Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. July 12th, 2012 is a day we will never forget. It's the day that our son Austin was born. Can you hold Austin's hand? Oh, that's so nice. When I delivered him, I knew something was wrong. He had birthmarks covering 65% of his body, including his face. He looked sick. He looked not okay. And I was terrified.
My stomach flipped. And I just remember driving home and not even able to move the steering wheel. I mean, just like frozen. And just went home scared. Just scared.
We found out that he was diagnosed with Sturge-Weber syndrome. And what that is a neurological disorder where the veins don't develop properly in the brain. It can cause seizure and stroke. There's different severities of Sturge-Weber syndrome. And Austin was showing us that we had been given a pretty tough diagnosis. Are you reading Austin a book? You are. There were lots of smiles and lots of good times, but there was a daily battle. He would seize at any given time. There was no rhyme or reason to it. We took 30 plus ambulance rides through his life, and we spent about 70% of his life in the hospital. Say hi, everybody. I'm feeling better. You're just sitting up looking around? That is good.
Again, the whole time, for me, I just didn't want to admit to myself that this actually could take my son from earth here. The whole time, the whole year, I felt like we were gonna beat this. And when it started to sink in that this is going to take his life, I don't know how to describe it. I could not come to grips with that. We just loved him, and that's one thing we could do. I mean, in his short time,
we were good at that.
He felt, he felt love. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for all your prayers. I'll give him a kiss for you. Oh, sorry. His last MRI, 11 days after his birthday, showed us a visual that Austin would not be coming back to us. We spent the next 2 days snuggling as close as we could to him until it was time for him to go. On July 23rd, 2013, Austin went to be with Jesus.
There's so many emotions running through your mind. I mean, our little boy just went to heaven. Why did he only get 1 year? I got 30 years. And I really realized then that nobody is guaranteed any certain amount of time on this earth. It just put life in perspective for me and ultimately helped me out with the meaning of life. I've always believed in God, but I never truly leaned on God and needed Him in my life the way I needed Him now. We were a broken family, and I didn't know how to pick up the pieces myself. And I really just felt through that whole time that God had our back. He gave us the tools to maneuver through the pain. I just needed Him, and He was there.
I've always yearned for a connection with God. I knew He was there. I believed in Him. I just never had that connection. And Austin brought that relationship to me. Austin taught me the language to speak to God. And He allowed me the love and the anger, and I got to feel the spectrum of all of it. And I knew all along that God would love me. It was a new beginning, and we were starting on the right foundation. Last year for baptism, we came to church, excited to see everybody get baptized. And it's one of my favorite messages because I basically cry the whole time. And Jason's message, we were so in the moment in that message. There was a point where he said, think of how proud God would be of you to take this step in your faith. And I just remember feeling so strongly like how much God showed up for us in so many different ways that I want to show up for him and I want to do it today. So Justin nudged me and said, let's do this. And I almost fell over. And I kind of left him in the dust because I was running to get registered, and he came up behind me and we followed through with it.
Getting up at the last second and doing something like that is typically something I wouldn't do. I've learned a lot from Austin. He taught me just to be, more in the moment. It was the best feeling. It changed us in that moment.
Everything slowed down once I felt the water, and it was a very emotional, poignant part of my life. And I felt Austin, I felt proud, I felt God being proud. It just cemented our team that us three, Justin and God and I, are in this, and we're gonna do this. And it was life-changing for us. It was a moment that I will never forget.